Hey friends, welcome back to Jenny Food and My Kitchen. Summer is in full swing, and in this house, that means we're grilling up dinner as often as we possibly can while the warm weather is here. Today, I just thought I would show you one of my absolute favorite summer grill recipes, and that is my Greek lemon chicken kebabs, otherwise known as chicken souvlaki. Now, first of all, I'm going to kick it back to last night and show you how I marinate these overnight. And then we're going to come back, we're going to put these together with our vegetables, we'll grill them up, and then we'll give these babies a taste. They are so good. Let's do this. So, I am just going to do that right in this little dish. Won't hurt a thing. I'm going to squeeze my lemons. Measure that. That is 1/3 cup, right on the nose. And then we're going to go in with about 1/4 of a cup. So I'm just going to use the same cup, but it'll be about 1/4 of a cup of olive oil. All right, that's a good 1/4 of a cup. And then we need some oregano. Now, dried is fine in this recipe. We're going to go in with 1 tablespoon. I know that seems like a lot, but trust me, this is a really good recipe. Okay, so since I have the 2 pounds, I'm going to add another heaping teaspoon. Okay, about 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt. Not quite. There we go. And then 3/4 of a teaspoon of cumin. And then we're going to go in with about a tablespoon of, I'm just using dried parsley. It will kind of rehydrate itself in that marinade. So I don't have, my garden, my parsley has not, it's not like hardy enough to pick yet. So we're just going to stick with the dried stuff for now. And then lastly, we're going to add 2 teaspoons of garlic powder. Lemony and garlicky. It's going to be good. And that's it. So I'm just going to whisk this up a little bit. That smells so good. If it smells good, it is good, right? And then we're just going to take our chicken and we're going to cut it in those pieces for kebabs. Chicken kind of has to be cut small for kebabs. You know, maybe a little bit larger than bite size, maybe like a 2 bite size. But you don't want to go too big with chicken. Otherwise, it'll dry out before it's, at the appropriate temperature. So when it comes to beef kebabs, I like to cook those to a good medium rare, so it doesn't matter how big they are. You can get them a little chunkier, but with chicken, you definitely want to keep it, about that big. That works. That's a perfect bite. All right. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. Great. And I'm trying to get about 2 kebabs per breast. I usually do 5 pieces of chicken on a kebab, and then I'll show you how I put those together tomorrow. All right, so I am just going to, since my hands are already chickeny, I'm going to go ahead and just get that all over this chicken. And then we are going to let this sit, like I said, overnight. There's our marinated chicken. Ooh, doesn't that look good? So we will just kind of set this to the side while we get our vegetables cut. Now, I normally do red onion, either an orange or a red bell pepper. Today I've got red. And then zucchini or summer squash or both. Today, this is what I have, so that's what we're gonna go with. Now, I will just go ahead and I will cut, I'm just gonna cut these onions in half, and then we're going to do just kind of like large squares to go in between our pieces of chicken. So, and we don't need that many. I'll just do one more thing. I love the red onion with the grilled kebabs. Okay, simple, simple. Now we'll just cut our red pepper strips in the same way, the same size, kind of like the same size as our chicken, so that when we put these on the skewers, everything will be relatively the same size. Get that in there, and then we're just gonna go in with a little bit of zucchini. Don't need much. I'm gonna slice these in half again. And that is it. That's it for our vegetables. Now, to that, I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna give them a little bit of olive oil. And then a little bit of our oregano. We're gonna kind of repeat that flavor just a little bit. Just a, you know, a shake or two. And then I'm gonna actually add a little bit of salt too. So, all right, and then we'll just go ahead and get everything seasoned really well in that bowl. All right, and then we're ready to put these together. And what I like to do when I'm grilling is I like to just take a piece of foil and put it over top of my platter or my plate that I'm going to take those out to the grill on. And then once I put them on the grill, I can just get rid of this and then put the cooked meat right on that platter. So that's what we're gonna do. Now it's all about, let's see, it's all about the threading of the chicken. So now I usually use, I don't know how much long these are. I would say maybe 8 inches or so. I keep these on hand all the time because I'll tell you why. Kebabs are so easy to prep up, especially if you have someone coming over for dinner, and you want something, you know, that can be prepped ahead of time that you can just grill off, like that isn't hamburgers, which, you know, we do a lot of hamburgers in this house, but anytime I can do something on the grill that's not a hamburger, I'm a happy girl. All right, so we've got chicken, zucchini, red onion, chicken, pepper, red onion, chicken. And so then we can just repeat that zucchini and the red onion. And then we'll do chicken again, and we'll do one more red pepper and onion. And one more piece of chicken. I usually like to do 5 pieces of chicken per kebab. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So those are our kebabs. See how easy that was to put together? And then we're just gonna go ahead and lay those right there and do it again. I might need some more zucchini. I wasn't thinking that I was gonna put 2 on, but I think now that I'm here, I think I am going to put 2 pieces of zucchini per, and pepper, so I might have to cut more. But like I said, you can either, like with the chicken, yellow peppers are really pretty, or the yellow squash is really pretty. I wouldn't do tomatoes just because tomatoes kind of, I mean, they kind of like fall apart and just kind of look. You could do mushrooms would be good. Although Greek, I don't know, but mushrooms are good on kebabs. And then, yeah, also the summer squash, like I said, is also very good on these. All right, there's number 2. We'll just get these babies all done up and then we'll take it outside to the grill. All right, our kebabs are ready for the grill. That 2 pounds of chicken that we marinated last night made 7 kebabs, and that was about 5 pieces of chicken per kebab. So we'll go ahead and we'll take it outside and we'll put these on the grill and we'll taste them when they're done. All right, our chicken is on the grill. I will go ahead and flip these every few minutes. It looks like it's starting to rain, so I'm going to cover that and then I'll show you when I flip them. These are looking so good. They're almost finished, but it has started to rain, so I had to get a hat and a jacket on to finish these. So I'll show you when they're all completed. All right, friends, our kebabs are finished and they're off the grill. We had to survive a little bit of rain, but easy peasy lemon squeezy, no pun intended. These were so easy. So I want to talk to you a minute about what I would serve along with these. Now, being that these are Greek lemon chicken, there's so many things you could serve alongside these. You could do like a Greek rice, either a spinach rice or even just a lemon rice. Or you could do some Greek lemon potatoes or just roasted potatoes. You could do grilled vegetables, roasted vegetables. You could do some hummus and pita and tzatziki. I mean, there's all kinds of sides that you could do with this. Now, for my side tonight, I just chose to do a beet and feta salad. So I am going to enjoy a couple of these kebabs alongside my salad. But this is one of those things that you can do with a lot of different side dishes. It's really good. This is so good for company. I've made this for, I think, up to 150 people I've made, because you can just, I mean, you kind of need help. You have to have somebody to help all those kebabs to get there, because that's work. But if you have a large grill, you can just boom, 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 and then turn them, and they're wonderful to serve at a party. So I'm going to give this a taste and I will let you know how these babies turned out. I think I'm going to grab some of the grilled pepper. I love, if you see on these, I love how the vegetables got nice and charred. But there's just a little bit of crunch to them. That's perfect. I find that you don't, when you add a lot of lemon to something like this, you don't need a lot of salt. So that salt level is perfect on this. Friends, we should make this. That's very good. All right, friends, you really should make these. They're so delicious. Comment below if you want more kebab recipes this summer, because I got tons of kebab recipes. I've dubbed myself the kebab queen. So I love kebabs. Anyways, if you haven't already, subscribe, like, share, give me a comment, and we will see you soon. Thanks for watching.